Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to make a tufted wall hanging plant and make it 3D. The idea is essentially this. It is a potted plant, and what I want to do with it is make it into a wall hanging, and then I also want to crochet little leaf vines, like separate pieces that I am going to also attach to the piece. All right, so I'm going to trace this on the frame right now. So this is what the tufting looks like on my side, because guess what? I forgot to take clips of my side of the tufting. But this is what it looks like, just in case you're new to tufting. Prepare to be influenced. It is so much fun. So this is what the tufting gun looks like. And this is what it's doing on the other side. So like a little pair of scissors comes out and snips the yarn, pushes it, snips the yarn, goes back in, and it does that over and over. And this is like a little slowed down clip of my side of what it looks like. And this is what it looks like on the other side, full speed. So it kind of just like very quickly shoots yarn through and cuts it. It's amazing. There's also a loop pile, but we're going to focus on cut pile this time. And now enjoy this time lapse of tufting the little hanging plant. Hi, I'm back. Now that the tufting is done, we are gluing the back, and my process for gluing is a little weird, but I do just glue the edges, you know, because I'm just different like that. I'm not like other tufters. And then 24 hours later, the glue is dried, and we're going to cut it out of the frame, or off of the frame, however you want to say it. We're going to move on with our lives. And it is tufted. Came out real cute. Came out real cute. So this is what our little vines are looking like right now as a tufted piece. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is we need to back this rug, which, since I want this to be a wall hanging, I am going to attach little hangers on the back. If you want an in-depth explanation on how I back my rugs and like attach little hangers to the back, I do have a whole separate video. I'll link it up here somewhere, and I'll link it down in the description. But yeah, a whole video about how I back my rugs, and I go pretty in-depth, and I show you basically everything. But for right now, we're gonna beep boop bop through this. All right, let's first cut the edges off. Okay, so now we're gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna add one hanger. Okay, and I'm gonna do another one right here. Okay, so the other hanger is on now. And I did realize while putting those on that I put my apron on and everything for nothing. Because before we can put the backing on, I forgot that you and I have a crochet date. Oh, hi, how are you? You're looking nice. We're gonna be crocheting some really cute little leaves. We need to crochet a whole bunch of these because I want to connect them to create a vine like this one, which means we need to make around 15 leaves because this vine is a pretty good length. I think I want at least one of the vines to be this long, and this has 5 on them. I'm gonna make 15 just in case, but I do have 3 already. So date's starting off fantastic date. All right, roll up your sleeves. It's time to get dirty on this date of ours. Hey, if we want to make 15, we only need to make 12. That's how girl math works. All right, so we're going to start by doing one of these, chaining 12. All right, so there's our chain 12. And then the second chain from the hook, I'm going to do a half double crochet. I am not a crocheter, so if you're like, that's not what a half double crochet is, you're probably right. And then in the next chain, we're going to do a double. Ta-da! And now we're going to do 4 trebles. One, 2, 3, and 4. So this is what we have so far. Now we're going to do 2 doubles. And now 2 halves. And then a single. Ta-da! This is half of our leaf. Hell yeah. Now we chain 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the back of the first chain I made just now. And then I'm going to do a single crochet into that same stitch. We've just made the tip of our leaf. So now we're going to do 2 half doubles, now 2 doubles. Now we're back to our 4 trebles, and now a double and a half double, and then a single. And then I yarn over and like kind of pull it through, cut it on the other side, and then pull it all the way through so that it creates a knot. And here's our leaf. How perfect is it, right? Because it has like this wavy bit to it. It's like exactly how I draw my leaves. It's perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and make 11 more of these now. That's not so bad.
Huh?
15 leaves here. And I also went ahead and wove in the ends. So now we are ready to put them on a vine. How did this take me so long? I don't know. Thankfully, the vine is super simple. Okay, so for the vine, I kind of just start by chaining 1, and then I'm going to bring in a leaf, and at the end of it, I'll find a nice hole. And I'm basically like slipping, what am I saying? I'm slip stitching through the leaf. So now the leaf is connected. And I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do more. 9, 10. That could look good. So now we're going to bring in another leaf and do the same thing. I'm just going to slip stitch into the leaf, and I don't like to go too close to the edge just in case, I don't know. Pull that through the leaf and then pull that through my chain, and now it's connected. Okay, last leaf, and this is our vine. It is so freaking adorable. Okay, we have all of our vines. Look how they're so cute. So I'm going to start attaching them. I'm just going to be using my yarn needle. I'm basically going to like stitch it through maybe a couple of times. So this is, oh, this is the 5 one. So I want this one in the middle. I kind of want it here. I'm going to stitch it through. Pull it through on the other side. Oh. Okay, sorry. And then I'll come back through. Kind of just like tying a knot with what I have back there. Like this is one of the loops I made. So I'm gonna just like tie a knot. Cause why not? I want them on the side, so I think I want it like right here. Oh my god, this is just so cute. Tied my knot. Last one, I'm thinking maybe like right here. Okay. All right, I know it's not done. It's not done, but I want to hold it up. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm glad that we're holding it up now before I back it, because I think what I want to do, and I was considering this, is I'm gonna probably like stitch through it at certain points and like loop through the vine part and like stitch it to where I want it to go. That way it doesn't just hang straight like this. Okay, so I went ahead and did one because I wanted to see if there was anything else that we're gonna have to do before something else. I don't know. I discovered yes. The answer is yes. So I did this one and I made the vine kind of like, you know, do a little bit of a wavy. You can tell these ones are just hanging straight and this one hangs within that space where I want it to hang. I think it looks really good. But with it stitched to it like this, it's gonna be very difficult for me to carve. So I do think we're gonna have to carve this before I can stitch the vines down. I'm considering even undoing the one that I did because it's just gonna be so, I think I'm gonna have to. Anyways, let's undo some of my work and then carve it. Okay, so it is all carved, despite not being able to see anything. Let's flip our hair back. Wow! Carved to perfection. Beautiful. Lovely. Wonderful. Okay, I'm glad that we did that, and we figured out that we needed to do that before fully attaching the leaves. So now that's what we're gonna do. I'm so excited! This is the part we've all been waiting for! I'm gonna be using the same yarn that I made the leaves with. Not that you're gonna see it, but just in case you do. Okay, so stitching it down is actually super easy. I'm just gonna start with one and put the others away. Okay, so I want the ends of this to be in the back. So I'm gonna stitch through from the back first, and then have it go through the vine. And then I'm going to stitch back through the vine, pull it through. So I'm gonna tie it kind of loose-ish on the other side, probably right here next. Have it go through the vine, do another stitch through the vine, pull through, and then we'll secure that down lightly. Now we're getting a little bit of like a wavy. You can see those strings kind of like securing it down. All right, and last one, I'm going to do one probably right here. Okay, so we have our first vine. That looks real cute. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stitch the other two. Okay, I have secured the vines down. I would show it to you, but then I'd be revealing the final thing before the very end. So we do have to back it still. So I'm going to do that right now. And it's done, all backed. So I have the little hangers coming through the backing. Again, if you want to see a video about how I do this, I'll put a link down in the description. So it is backed. Look how cute this is. Oh my god, it's just like a lush plant. Finally, a plant I won't kill. Look how cute. I'm obsessed with how the leaves came out because they're cupping like a leaf. They're just doing this super adorable, perfect leaf shape, and I was worried that they were gonna look, you know, that they were just gonna be like flat and that might look kind of weird, but it has so much like shape. It just is so flat. It's so cute. Oh my god, it just looks it looks so good. It literally looks so fucking cute. And I love that the leaves like still have some movement. Imagine seeing this on somebody's wall. I would literally, like, if I didn't make it and know, you know, like bring it into existence myself, and I saw this, I would literally scream and ask them where they got it. Let me know what you think of this. I am going to be doing, this was actually the guinea pig, basically, of a little series I'm doing, unintentionally, but I also have this one that I'm going to be working on. And I made a whole bunch of these to get connected to it, like this. Oh my god, it's going to be so cute. And then the mother of all of them. I'm going to be doing this huge, I mean, it's not huge, but it kind of, plant shelf. This piece is already claimed. But I am going to be attaching a whole bunch of 3D, like, crocheted flowery bits to this. And so this was my test. This one walked. So this one's actually sprinting, and the rest of them are also going to sprint. Anyways, I hope that y'all enjoyed watching this video. I really appreciate you watching my videos and being here and commenting and liking and stuff. It means a lot to me. Still not over the fact that I get to do this. I get to do what now? Y'all that support me in any way that you do, you will literally never understand how immensely grateful I am, and also what an insane gift this is. So anyways, thank y'all so much for watching this video. Hi, also, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern over on Twitch if you would like to see any of my rug making live. Also, I have rugs on my website that have some very, very deep discounts on them. And if you can't get a rug, that is totally okay. I appreciate you being here. But maybe you could send it to your friends and be like, wow, look how cool this rug is. You know what I mean? You don't have to or anything, but if you were feeling so inclined, I would love you and appreciate that. Don't forget to like it and give me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite plant is. Maybe I could do more. More! Anyways, I love y'all to absolute death, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!